Hey everybody, I'm DC,
I'm Mark.
and we are Me Maz
Mars
Marauders.
Marauders.
And we're here today to discuss Beyond the Map's
Not
Edge
bad.
treasure hunt.
I like it. Yeah.
Okay, so when this came out on Netflix is when I first got excited about it. But I heard about the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt. I remember telling my friend Adam about it. Uh,
hmm
and I thought it was just cool that somebody hid treasure, period. You know? Doesn't matter where it was, but they hid treasure in modern days and said it is over $1 million. I didn't really believe it, nor did my friend Adam. But then this documentary came out, and I was like, "Holy crap!" So I watched the documentary, but then they hinted at the beginning that there might be a treasure, or I hid something. That's what JP said, right? I hid something at
Right,
the
yeah. Something was hidden somewhere in a secret in
right.
a particular location.
Yeah, and he hid clues and stuff
Yep.
in the series.
There's
And I
clues in the
remember
series
I
and
yelled to my wife, I was like, "What? This might actually be a treasure hunt." And then at the end, when he said it actually was a treasure hunt, it kind of blew my mind. And I went back and I took so many pictures, still pics and stuff like that, going through the whole series
yep.
before I even bought the book. But so the first thing I bought was the online book, and I
Yep.
read that in a night, and then the next morning. I skipped work the next morning, honestly. Uh, so I read it all, and then I bought the ghetto version from some sort of online Walmart thing. And when I got it, uh, like the words were like missing on the side of the page as it went towards the binder of the book.
Yep. Yeah, so it's like a copy and pasted book.
Right. Exactly. And then that's when I told you when we went on vacation
Right,
together
right, exactly, yeah.
that
Yeah.
that's when I gave you the book on the plane.
Right. I started reading it on the plane actually. I started reading it on the plane
Right.
and when I was reading it on the plane actually, I remember I ended up taking a nap because I got tired and I set it in the back of the console and then we landed and I got all excited that we landed for vacation and bang, I took right off the plane and guess what?
That book wasn't
Yeah,
there anymore.
that book is not there.
That's okay. It was the ghetto version, anyways.
That's right, you got the
Pictures
better
were
version
probably
now.
wrong and everything. Was a
Yep,
good vacation though.
it
Um,
was.
but thank goodness you bought me like the real one.
Yeah, the real McCoy.
So you're involved in the treasure hunt, but you don't have a book. So I figured the best way to do it, number one, because I'm cheap, is that I'll just read it to you, and you know we'll work
Yeah.
from there. We'll discuss what we think.
I got one. I just put a book in my Amazon cart, so I'll probably pick it up next week.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Then I don't have to send you the pages, but I'm totally willing to do that. All right then.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking we'll just get started, and
let's
we're
do it.
only gonna do what the intro stuff today because I'm not a great reader, and
Me neither.
a few shots. So, anyways, let's get started. Uh, we're gonna go with the dedication, and it says it's V Roman numeral 5 dedication on the bottom left. Okay, here we go. For you who cradled my vulnerable moments as if they were your own treasures, whose soul caught my unspoken tales and answered with unfaltering faith. In darkest hours, you were moonlight that smoothed my sharpest edges, a tender breath of hope whispering, "You are enough." With eyes that glazed beyond my fears to see the light I couldn't find, thank you for being my North Star. Any clues in there? Anything you want to break down
Yeah, actually, that whole thing, North Star, where's the best place to see the North Star?
Outside? I don't really know. Outside? Yeah.
What's well, no, I don't mean outside. I mean like because he's talking about a view. He's talking about a memory. There's something that's, you know what I mean, like that's giving you a picture perfect of a scenario of where he's at and how beautiful it is, and what he sees above is a North Star. The knife's edge, I think of like a knife's edge, like it's a very fine point, a very particular spot that he is looking at.
Interesting. Interesting. Very particular spot. What do you think the treasure might be?
Um, I think the North Star might lead to possibly.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
there's
not
definitely some
100%
dark
sure,
stuff in the puzzle. No doubt about it. And
but I
I
think that
definitely
North
think
Star is a direction.
the Ursa East is a tricky clue.
Hmm.
All right. Well, that's good. Let's move on to the next page. It's the contents. Whatever. I'm just going to read the
Hmm.
chapters. We had dedication, prologue, the introduction, acknowledgments, and then I numbered myself the
Hmm.
chapter. I don't
Okay.
know if you see it, but that
Yeah,
was for
yeah, I
like,
can see it.
you know,
Yep.
cipher stuff and all that
Yep.
clock stuff. So, anyways, chapter one, as I labeled it, is Mom's House. Chapter two, Dad's House. Chapter three, The Fitzwaters. Chapter four, Posies on the Road. Chapter five, Posey Land. Six is the Postal Pilgrimage. Seven is the Conquistador Conquest. Eight is the Bait Bonanza. Nine is the Gracie Grail. 10 is the Concrete Kiss. 11, the Treasure Tempest. 12, the Peak Pursuit. 13, the Digging Debacle. 14, the Tour Trap. 15, the Paternal Ploy.
Digging
16,
debacle.
Rear View Riches. 17, The Bandit Banquet. 18, Reluctant Roommates. 19, The Lost Liberators. You notice a little pattern here? You know, they start with the
Hmm.
same, well, they is that a consonant?
I would think so, yeah. I'm
uh,
noticing like the chapters are going in line
Tender
with how
Tornado,
the
like two T's right there.
right.
The Weeple Winners, chapter 21, two W's. 22, The Minority Mix Up.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right. 23 is the Midnight Menace. 24, the After Assault. 25, the Hatchback Hostage. 20, we got a lot of chapters to go through.
Yeah.
26, the Friendly Follies. 27, the Beano Betrayal. 28, Trailside Troubles. 29, the Stormy Stakeout. 30, the Rod Race. 31, the Living Legend. 32, the Cable Conundrum. 33, the Obsession's Oath. 34, Grandma's Hands. 35, the Bronze Beast. 36, the Home Depot Hound. I don't even remember that one. 37, the Curious Confluence. 38, the Sleep Study. Dude, that's kind of crazy, that one.
You
Uh,
read that one?
Grail Duo, 39. 40, the Snout Scout. 41, the Jinx Joint. 42, the Grizzly Gathering. 43, the Treasure Trail. 44, the Probability Paradox. 45, the Reddington Requiem. Sorry, I've had a few shots, so hiccups may ensue. 46, the Treasure. 47, the Dubious Decision. 48, the Mountain Memory. Any clues you think in the contents? I mean, I didn't really think there was much, but I did label them all in case when I was working on. I
Right.
haven't worked on the cipher for a while, but when I was
Right. So what's
ruling, that's why I labeled
do
them.
you remember dignity? Did you read that chapter?
Which one?
Digging dignity.
Oh, the digging debacle.
Yeah, digging debacle. That's what it was. Debacle. Thank you. Sorry.
53. Well, we'll have to get to that. That's that chapter 13. All
That
right.
one caught my attention.
All right. Well, whatever. Let's get to the next. The prologue. Ooh, this is a lot of words. There's a picture. See that? That's
Mm.
his
Yeah,
truck. All right.
you're right. Hold on. What was the first chapter?
First chapter is actually going to be called Mom's House.
Okay.
But that
Um,
truck. So there's a couple things on this truck.
I see it.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's in this picture, but in another picture somewhere in the book or the series,
Mhm.
the number 42 is etched in dust on one of the taillights. And also, there's a in another picture or the same picture, I'm not sure. We'll see later
Mhm.
on in the book. Um, there's a thing that almost looks like a torch or some mountains uh, inscribed in the dust on the back of his windshield. And I have some pictures of it. I'll show it to you later. I
Yeah.
really don't know what it is. Um,
Did you get a chance to get in on the video?
what video?
Well, the one that where he closed the two states out,
Oh no,
holding
he hasn't
himself.
done that yet. He's gonna. So
Okay.
he's gonna.
Oh, that's the end of the month. That's right.
Right. So at the Seekers Summit, he said he's guaranteeing that he's gonna take out. He's gonna eliminate one state,
Okay.
but they're trying to set some sort of world record, and I wish we could go, man. But it's on the other side of the. Oh, that's the first swear. He's on the other side. It's on the other side of the country. It's in Tucson. It's in Arizona. So I mean, I've been trying to like hook up the vacations to work out with the treasure hunt, but
Yeah.
but nobody's going for it.
No.
You can go visit Gramps out in Goodyear, but
Yeah.
that's like a few 3-4 hours, I think, from Tucson or something like that.
Yeah. We'd have to rent a car or use one of their cars.
Yeah. Oh, I lost. So, anyways, yeah, those pictures. I don't really know. I forget what chapter they are in, or the other ones, but yeah. So there's 42, and then there's that other like lantern or mountain looking thing on the
Mhm.
back of its windshields, which I haven't figured out what that is. But okay, so we're here at the prologue.
So on that picture, while we're getting to start the prologue, on the picture there,
Yeah.
um, that looks like it's almost like out west, definitely. That's an out west area. Those are
Oh
some
yeah, I
rocky
think this
mountains.
picture was probably taken while he was looking for the Forest Fen treasure.
Yep, that would make sense. Something about the base.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, that would make sense. I'm wondering if well, yeah, they're gonna go to it's gonna be somewhere that he's most familiar with,
I would think
that he knows it like the back of his
he's
hand.
definitely familiar with it somewhat, right? You got to be familiar with it enough to bury something there.
Hmm.
Got to be some place he's been there before, right?
Oh, 100 times. I bet you he still goes there.
That's a good freaking point. That's a good point. Bet he still goes there. Huh. That's another good point. All right, well, let's get to the prologue.
All right.
And the prologue says West Yellowstone, August 2018. Sweat traced familiar paths down my back as I marked another section of forest on my GPS. Grid searching 9 Mile hole again. 6 years had changed me. The optimistic amateur who started this journey in 2012 was gone, replaced by someone harder, someone shaped by relentless pursuit. Justin, Brandon's voice crackled through the walkie talkie. Found anything? Just mosquitoes and regret, I replied. marking another empty square on my grid. But I kept going because that's what obsession does to you. It makes you search the same ground, hoping for different results. This particular descent into treasure hunting madness began a few days earlier when my brother Brandon rolled into town. I carved out a week's vacation, temporarily trading meetings for treasure maps, ready to indulge what had become my magnificent obsession. Brandon arrived wearing the hopeful expression of someone expected to find a camping spot in Yellowstone in summer on a weekend. Oh, Brandon, sweet, optimistic Brandon. That night, pine smoke drifted through the open window of the Airstream as I spread my maps across the dinette. 6 years of theories marked in red and black, my handwriting grown smaller and more cramped as space ran out. Brandon's beer bottle clinked against the table as he leaned over my shoulder. Iron Springs tomorrow, I said, tracing the route with my finger. I've got a new theory about. Of course you do. Brandon's fingertips brushed the paper, following the paths we walked together. The lamp caught the silver lining to thread through his beard as he bent closer, eyes moving methodically across each annotation. A muscle in his jaw tightened, then relaxed. You know what's funny? This treasure hunt of yours, we've spent more time together in the past 6 years than we had since we were kids. He was right. Many of the X's on the maps marked not just a search location, but another day with my brother in the wild. I looked up to tell him that, but his eyes were fixed on the maps, his reflection in the window glass overlaying the dark pines beyond. That August week would be our last treasure hunt together. Brandon knew that when he arrived, I was too busy planning our next search to notice he was saying goodbye. All right, so that's a prologue. I didn't mention anything. Under the picture, it says,
Mm-hmm.
my truck evolved in response to the challenges I faced while searching. This appears to be the version 2.0 of the vehicle I dubbed the Beast. The
Okay,
Beast.
the beast. Yeah,
Actually, I'd be pretty proud to have that truck. That thing's pretty
yeah.
sick.
It
You can
does look
carry
pretty
a
sick.
lot in there. And it looks like it's got a lot. Look, I mean, damn, he's going over huge rocks right there.
Yeah, he is.
One time
Boulder climbing.
we were up in like Bartlett, New Hampshire, doing some skiing and drinking,
Mm-hmm.
and we found this like I don't know, like sand pit kind of area, and we took my truck out, and we took another truck out. I almost tried to like jump off like a cliff thing, but I had a good friend. He parked his truck in front and wouldn't let me jump because I probably would have destroyed my truck. But I was
You would have.
determined to jump my Chevy, so on the way back near the train tracks, I did jump that thing. And every tool I had in the back of the cab just freaking hit the roof of the cab. Luckily, it didn't fall off. And I remember Steve behind me. He's like, "Dude, I saw all your tools hit the roof of your cab." But yeah, I still drove home. That
But
was a good truck. I had that thing over 300,000 miles. That was a good truck. But that
yeah,
cap skinned my back like 5 or 6 times. It's not even funny.
yeah. I
All right,
remember that
so
truck.
I mean, in the prologue, you think you saw anything?
Um.
Think about that prologue.
All right, so it's talking about a sentimental memory with his brother, and how much of a connection that they've only had when they were doing his treasure hunt. He was focused in on it.
I
He
tell you
used the
what, dude,
GPS.
I definitely believe something in this treasure hunt has something to do with his brother. Some sort of tribute to his brother. I don't know what, but I definitely believe that's the case.
His brother passed, right?
Yeah, yeah, he took it out himself.
Oh, jeez.
That's tough, man, and he had to talk about it. Just supposedly,
Yeah,
that's tough.
his brother committed suicide.
All right, well,
How did his
we
brother
got some
die?
more words to get through, and I'm not great at reading, so let's work through it, and we'll get to the introduction, and
Sounds good.
then we'll talk about that if you got any hints. Um, what's crazy, man? When I read out loud, it's like I don't remember anything. Seriously, I read out loud. I don't remember crap. Okay, the introduction. You ready for this?
I'm
We
ready.
got a little picture of Justin Posey.
Oh,
Boom.
right.
Standing there in a field,
Yep,
looking at a tree or something. I don't know.
yep, I like it. You're in the field
Um,
with the tree.
okay, here we go. Here we go. Introduction. Some kids dream of becoming astronauts or rock stars. I dreamed of finding $1 billion of hidden gold in a New Mexico mountain called Victoria Peak. While other parents were reading bedtime stories about talking animals, mine was sharing tales of secret tunnels and stolen treasure. In retrospect, this explains a lot about how I turned out. That's how I ended up spending a decade hunting for a different treasure. This one, hidden by an eccentric art dealer named Forrest Fenn, while most hunters stuck to metal detectors and shovels. I went slightly overboard, training a dog to sniff bronze and writing algorithms to analyze facial micro expressions in hundreds of hours of video interviews. Mornings, evenings, weekends. If I wasn't in the wilderness getting chased by bears, hey, I just want to pause. If you hear
Mm-hmm.
something at this point and you just want to stop the story, you
Yeah,
hear something that perks your ears, go ahead and stop it.
I will.
It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. I was home analyzing clues like a dedicated cold case detective. Somewhere between the bear encounters and the time my bronze sniffing dog rolled in a dead porcupine, I managed to become a subject of Netflix Golden Greed, the hunt for Forrest Fenn's treasure series. And eventually, through a twist that would have seemed impossible on day one of my search, I ended up owning the very treasure I'd spent 780 days trying to find. If you've seen the series, you know the exact flavor of questionable life choices I'm serving up. If not, well, you might want to pursue, you might want to pause here and watch it first. Without that context, what follows will make about as much sense as, well, a grown man hunting for hidden treasure in a national park for nearly a decade. But here's the irony: I'm writing blind. As these words take shape, I have no idea what footage will make the final cut, what stories. And you know what, dude? That's a big point right there. What footage
Mm-hmm.
makes the final cut? Like, if you watch that series, there's so much stuff that you think could be a clue, but he never knew what's going to be in the series. He didn't know what was going to be on camera,
Yeah.
whether it was clock times, whether it was uh, books or maps.
Yeah.
But he did
You have
say
no
that
clue.
there's some clues that were on the series that will also coincide with clues that are in the book. That's all I got to say about that. I probably should have kept my finger in the spot because I don't know where I stopped. Okay, wait. Okay. I'm running blind. As these words take shape, I have no idea what footage will make the final cut. What stories will survive the editor's table? So please forgive any echoes between screen and page as we press on. Here's what I learned after a decade of treasure hunting. It's not about the gold, it's about understanding the mind of the person who hid it, their story, their obsessions, the places that shaped them. This memoir isn't just about my search for Fenn's treasure. It's
Places
about
that
growing
shaped
up in the
them.
80s and 90s, like you and me, baby, like you and me.
Yeah.
The family who thought treasure hunting was perfectly normal dinner conversation. It's about the spectacular failures and occasional moments of dumb luck that led me here. And yes, it's about a new treasure. I've hidden 60 pounds of history spanning from ancient Lydia to outer space, with a few pieces from Fenn's original cache serving as a bridge between hunts. Because sometimes the best way to close one chapter is to write a whole new book of riddles. You might find clues to my treasure scattered through these pages. You might just find a story about a kid who never quite grew out of his treasure hunting dreams. Either way, what you won't get is some ghost written memoir where every failure leads to a perfect lesson. What you will get is an obsession laid bare,
Hey,
complete with bare encounters, algorithm failures, and one very patient dog, and Netflix gold and greed. The Hunt for Forrest Fenn's Treasure series? Question mark. That's weird. Why is there a question mark there?
I don't know.
I left some hints there too. Huh. Well, I guess that makes sense.
What are some
He, he,
places that
he left a question
can
mark at
shape
the end.
someone?
And Netflix Golden Greed, The Hunt for Forrest Fenn's Treasure series? Question mark. Hmm. I don't know. All right. I left some hints there too. It's waiting just beyond your comfort zone, beyond the map's edge. BTME, baby.
See?
All right, so
Hmm.
that was the
All right.
intro, and we only got one more to go. But I mean, that was a lot of words for me, truthfully. I'm not going to lie. I don't read very much. I'm in the construction field.
You read better than I do.
So we just have the acknowledgments left. And the acknowledgments have, oh, there's, that rock is like special in the series, I think, on the Netflix series. Did you
What's there in
watch
the
it?
back?
Did you watch? You well, no, you watched. I made you watch the series with me, didn't I?
Yeah, I watched some of it. I gotta
Yeah,
finish
until
it
you
up.
fell asleep. You know, I did make you a little drinky, and it was late at night. Um, okay, so man, we're at 28 minutes and 30 seconds so far. We're doing pretty good. So
Yeah.
fall asleep on me now. We
No,
only
I ain't
have the
falling asleep.
acknowledgement to go. Okay.
I'm actually listening. I sent you some notes.
Oh, wait. Is it like? Is it on this thing?
Look at the little bubble down on the bottom of the screen.
Oh, places. Places that shape someone. What's that mean? What you thinking about that?
Go back in the beginning where he was talking about places that shape a person. Like he's
Mm-hmm.
been through so many areas that have shaped him. What are those areas that shaped him?
This is true.
That's also familiarity with your place.
Yeah, it does definitely go with familiarity with the place.
Yeah.
Can't. Yeah. And what places is he familiar with? So he's got. Well, I mean, we don't really know yet with the book, but I can tell you, we got Arizona, New Mexico, and we would say Montana. I forget what else is in the book. He doesn't mention too many other states in the book.
Okay.
I do know mentioned that his family got like lost on the way to California, and I think Grandpa Posey ended up in Montana. I think that's how they ended up settling up there. Uh, anyways, I don't want to give away the book to you, but we'll find that out later on. So let's wrap this puppy up with the acknowledgments, and then we'll see if we find any clues in the pre chapters to the book. I guess we can call them. And then next time we get on, we'll talk about Mom's house.
Yeah.
But after that, you want to play some Fortnite or you going to bed?
Oh, I want to play some Fortnite.
All right, dude, I'll play some Fortnite too. Sweet. Plus, I'd like to take another shot of tequila, but we got something going on here. I should have brought the bottle down. I'm getting a little parched, but I have a little lemonade. So,
Ooh, that's right. I gotta
all
try
right,
your
dude.
lemonade. I'm gonna be making some gummies tomorrow.
Yeah, my chocolates are good too, though.
You gotta get us.
Okay, let's not talk about this stuff on our public chat. Okay, let's go. Let's let's go to the acknowledgments. Don't worry about that, kids. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is just 2 pages. We got a fancy A in the acknowledgments, and you know what? I'm showing you these fancy letters because some people they might actually end up being clues. So this rock is I think that's a rock that was in the Forest Fen treasure hunt that was like significant
Hmm.
because I think it's near 9 Mile Hole or something like that, where he supposedly found the treasure. And I said supposedly because I'm not 100% on what that he found the spot where the treasure was hidden. It was never confirmed by Jack Stoof, whatever his name is. He
Hmm.
found it. He never said where it actually was. Okay, anyways. Who's a good storyteller? You know the name of a good storyteller? Like I wish I could do that David Edinburgh or something like that. His English
Hmm.
voice. Oh, the lion is eating the cow. Never mind. Forget about it. Forget about it. Okay, here we go. Acknowledgements. A treasure hunter learns early that the most valuable discoveries often come from unexpected sources. This book, equal parts memoir, confession, and treasure map, owes its existence to many such discoveries and the people behind them. First, to Matt DeMoss, who understood this book long before I did. You saw the story I was trying to tell when I was still lost in the details of the one I thought I should tell. Your brutal honesty stripped away my carefully constructed defenses, pushed past my attachments, and found the heart of what mattered. This book exists because you weren't afraid to tell me difficult truths, even when I resisted hearing them. I don't think I'm ever ready to write a book, man, because if you got to like do all that,
Yeah,
it's a lot. I don't know if
that
I'm
is a lot.
ready. All those difficult truths. Ugh.
Yeah.
Don't write my life. Okay. To Benjamin Wallace for properly introducing the treasure hunt to the world. To Jared, Catherine, Dave, Mitchell, Sam, and the rest of the crew at Pneumatica Films, Union Editorial, and Gum Street Productions. You brought the hunt for Forrest Fenn's treasure to the screen with the responsibility and nuance it deserved. Through countless hours of footage and complex storylines, you found the heart of what drives someone to search for hidden treasure. The Netflix series Gold and Greed The hunt for Forrest Fenn's treasure exists because you understood that the story needed to be told. Right. To my family, who made treasure hunting feel as natural as breathing, you never once suggested I should dream smaller dreams. Our dinner table became a war room of possibilities, where tales of Victoria Peak mingled with homework and curfew negotiations. Oh, I get those curfew negotiations. David does that.
Mm-hmm.
This book began decades ago between bites of meatloaf and wild theories about hidden Spanish gold. And to those close to me I haven't named, your absence from these pages is deliberate. Having witnessed the intense and sometimes unsettling reactions that treasure hunts can provoke, I've chosen to protect you through your anonymity. Oh, I got that right on the first try.
Nice job. I wouldn't have.
You stood beside me through bear encounters and dead ends, through late night research sessions and endless theorizing. You answered midnight phone calls about coded messages and listened to endless theories without complaint. Your name's not may appear here, but your fingerprints are on every page. In launching a new treasure hunt, the best gift I can give you is your privacy. And finally, to Forrest Fenn, whose treasure chest started as my destination but became my launching point. Your hunt taught me that the best treasures are the ones that inspire new searches, new stories, and new obsessions. To future hunters who hold this book, may you find what you're looking for, even if it's not what you expected to find. The best treasures, after all, often hid, often hide in plain sight. Sometimes between the lines of an acknowledgments page, which I just freaking read on VXII and XIII. That's all my reading for today. That got tough
Good
in the
reading. Yeah.
I'm parched.
Good reading.
Well, education workout. So,
Yeah.
what do you think about that? That little line that says, these. Oh, another swear. God damn. Does that count as a swear? And the best treasures of all are, after all,
Um,
often hide in plain
in
sight.
plain sight. Yeah.
Sometimes between the lines of an acknowledgement page. So, between the lines of the acknowledgement page. What do you think about that? I mean, the
Um,
acknowledgement pages.
what about the page numbers being some sort of like direction
Page.
or part of a
Oh, God. Well,
longitudinal code?
that's XII and XIII. And we
Right,
got
but
7 and
what
8.
are they?
At least it wasn't 6, 7.
Right, because your numerical code will longitudinal, latitudinal, or what, like 6 digits or whatever, 4 digits?
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely could be that. Um, yeah, XII. So it could be, so XII. So that's a total, and then XIII. So that's 4 and 3. So 7 digits in total. It could be something like that. That's interesting. I mean, I think if you read between the lines on the acknowledgments page, like the acknowledgments page, it's just they're thanking people, right? That
Hmm.
made his book possible.
Right.
Is that so? I mean, the studios and stuff like that, and the publisher, would that be between the lines?
Um, it could be focusing on one particular person who he gives most of the credit to. Maybe that's where he built most of
Oh,
it, most of his memories with.
do you think that goes to Netflix?
Mm, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it
No,
goes to I think it goes to someone who's got more of a sentimental value.
Forrest Fenn.
Could be
I could see Forrest Fenn.
him or his brother.
Forrest Fenn
But
from?
um, oh God, I don't know. I'd have to look him up and see.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. I mean, he definitely looked like he lived in Arizona, Texas, or something like that.
Right?
On the series, he definitely looked like some sort of yeah desert area. Honestly.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. Well, too. I did a lot of reading. You stayed awake for the whole thing. I'm pretty happy and I'm proud of you.
Of course I did. Of course I did.
So, uh, again, I'm DC from Meemaw's Marauders, and definitely hit the like and subscribe button for us because we're gonna try and do some more of this, and hopefully we get enough so we can, write off our expenses on treasure hunting. That's the whole point, baby. Right? This stuff gets expensive. We can't cross the country without your help. So like and subscribe, and tune in
That's
for the
right.
next one.
That's right.
All
Mark
right,
here with
guys.
Meemaw Marauders. Have a good night.
Signing out.
Out.
Like and subscribe. Peace.
Like and subscribe. Peace.
Dude, that was 41 minutes.
I know. That was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah,
I
stuck
wonder what it's
flipping.
gonna. I don't. I wonder what it's gonna be like